build a terrarium today.
Hey everyone, we're talking terrariums today, as you heard Steve say. He's been doing these for years, and so you're going to get a treat. He really knows what he's doing. Okay, I'm going to just kind of talk us through this as we go. He starts with a layer of gravel for the bottom, just drainage rock or little pea gravel works well. And as you can see, he's putting it in there with a funnel, and that lets you control where the material is going to go, and also helps keep the side of the terrarium clean. This material that he's putting right down right now is activated charcoal, and that acts as a purifying agent for the water that's going to be resting in this gravel area. And he mixed it in with his little bamboo stick. You want to use a sterile soilless mix for your planting media, and you also want to dampen it to the point that you would want to plant into, but not too wet, because you can't get the water out once it's in. The big thing with this is to make sure that you have some sort of idea of the direction you're going before you get too far along. That way you can have your materials ready and at hand. You can see here that he is definitely creating some elevation change, and that really makes a difference when you have something like this. I mean, if it were flat, it would lose a lot of interest. So he's got the gravel that you can see in the front, and then on the back side, which you'll see here in a minute, all you have are the plants and the moss that you can see. See how he dug that little hole with the bamboo stick, and he's just gently planting the little plant. Another good thing to think about is when you're choosing your plants, you want to choose plants that are similar. He's choosing plants here that all like a lot of moisture, like the fern. I think he's going to have an aluminum plant in here. You wouldn't want to plant, say, a fern with a succulent. More moss. No, he tucks it between the plants as he goes. You build it from the back. If you've got a high point, you want to build it from the back forward. Still adding moss. The neat thing about terrariums is once you get them planted, you don't have to water them very often. Something like this, maybe you only want to water once a week or so. And for succulents, you'd only want to water once or twice a month even. He also chose plants that have a lot of different leaf texture and color. And that makes a big difference too. It's kind of like just planting anything in your landscape. You want to have some contrast there. You'll notice too that when he puts the plants in, he's actually planting them. He's firming up the soil around the plant that he just put in, like the plant was in a little pot. You know, just really tucking that soil in there and tucking the moss in and making sure it's secure where it's at. You want the roots of the plant to have good contact with the soil around it, just again like you would if you were planting anything. Once again, you can see how he started at one edge and he's kind of coming forward. He's adding some more soil. This that he's got right there in his hand is a table fern, and I think he used several of those, and they're great for situations like this. We got them in these little 2.5-inch pots so that we could plant them in the terrariums we got. This is a good shape for a terrarium because you can get your hand in there, but you could also make one in a jar that you can't get your hand into, and he's really good at that too. But you want to be sure and use a tool like the bamboo stick to move things around. If you think you can't get your hand in there, just don't even try, because you don't want to create some sort of medical emergency trying to make a terrarium. Okay, see, he's keeping the sides clean, pulling the soil back. Adding more stones, and he adds all different kinds of stones. They're all smooth, but different colors, and he kind of puts them at different angles. You know, he's definitely really visualized this. This is the cutest little fern to me. I just think it's adorable. And it takes up a lot of space. Fluffing it. You can see how having a plan is key. You can have all kinds of different accessories to go in there, different mosses, different stones. You could have little branches, little twigs, just anything to keep it looking as natural as possible. One thing to consider is sun exposure. For example, this is going to like to be in an area that gets some sun but not direct. So, and inside, household temperatures will work well for it. You would not want to put this outside on a patio table where it could get burned. It's really impressive what he can do. We did speed this up, as you can see. He's not that much of a spaz. That would be crazy. But he did do this awfully fast. I think the whole time was 20 minutes. And I kind of double timed it during these points where it's just a process that you could see. Just in case you guys didn't have 20 minutes to spend on this, but you wanted to learn. Here he's cleaning it off the sides. These are cute little pretend bugs we got in as accessories for our terrariums here. I think they're really nice because they add a splash of color. This tool is a small part pickup tool that you can get in an auto store. And you can see he just reaches down, picks it up, and gently places it on the stones. See, the back is covered with moss. It's nice because you can't really see the soil. Now he's going to clean the inside. You know, there is probably some particles of soil that are on the sides, and he's going to use this tool again just to clean the sides. It's really effective. You can add all kinds of little things and put things just exactly where you want them there. He keeps pausing here because I keep asking, what? I've never seen that. That's so cool. Okay, right here, see how he's putting the water against the inside of the glass? He's doing a couple of things. He's doing it to where he can see where the water goes, and then also to clean the sides of the glass as he sprays in. And misting a little. And that's how you make a terrarium. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have questions, check out our blog at www.thegoodearthgarden.com.